Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi is pledging to boost his nation's struggling economy now that a new constitution is approved. Mr. Morsi addressed Egyptians after signing the constitution. He says he will shuffle his cabinet, and he's responding to critics who say decrees he made ahead of the vote amounted to a power grab.
The most reconciliatory tone the president had struck since the political crisis exploded last month. There was no talk of conspiracies to overthrow him, no flowery religious verses, instead apparent humility.
During this transition period, there have been mistakes, and I take full responsibility for this. Only God knows that I would not take any decision except in the interests of the country. I am not after power or authority. It is the Egyptian people who hold the authority.
The opposition's response was immediate.
We will continue our fight against the constitution, which is not representative and does not respect the rights of everyone, including women and the poor. We will continue to try to bring it down by all peaceful means, including street protests.
Earlier in the day, there was another important development. The Shura Council, previously viewed as a toothless upper house, took over legislation power. They will be passing laws until a new parliament is elected next year. President Mohamed Morsi had temporarily taken over legislative power after the lower house of parliament was dissolved by a court order last June. But even though the president is now relinquishing some power as per the newly passed constitution, concerns linger. The Shura Council currently includes 270 members, 90 of whom were appointed by President Morsi over the weekend.
President Mohamed Morsi has congratulated Egyptians for endorsing a new constitution and urged all parties to join him in a national dialogue. Anxiety over a deepening political and economic crisis has gripped the country over the past weeks, but Morsi told Parliament that his contested constitution marks a new start.
An Egyptian renaissance, that's what the Islamist government has promised. Its main challenge, boost the flagging economy. The ruling Muslim Brotherhood says it's planning a series of reforms now that a brand new constitution has been adopted.
It will certainly bring back stability to Egypt, and investment will come back. So what more do people want?
Over the past 2 years, the political crisis has driven foreign investors away, freezing growth and pushing the public deficit further in the red. The value of the Egyptian pound has dropped, and many are rushing to their banks either to take out their savings or to stock up on US dollars, a much safer currency. As a result, the country's lost more than half of its foreign cash reserves.
The government says the new constitution will improve the situation. Yet, all the decisions they've taken so far has led to the downgrade of our credit rating.
Tourism has also been deeply affected. Red Sea resorts and historic sites have been deserted. The number of tourists has dropped from 14 to 9 million in just a year. The country was supposed to receive a $4.8 billion loan from the IMF in exchange for budget cuts. But President Morsi, worried about further public outrage, put the deal on standby.